Hi everyone, today I want to show you how I've been stacking Ethereum like crazy using a yield farm bot. So with yield farming, if you never did yield farming before, it's basically like you're the hedge fund. The farm's the hedge fund and you're making a tremendous amount of interest, um, unlike a conventional hedge fund. So a good hedge fund will make around 11%. You can make up to unlimited amount. I've seen some of them go up to close to 4,000% a year and so forth. But with the yield farm bot, what it does is within every second, it checks all the farms to figure out what is the best yield farm to put your money into. And that is what gives you the advantage over anyone else doing it, is by using a yield farm bot. So let me give you the rundown. First, to get this bot running, I originally found this bot on GitHub, and I've set it up, got it running, and this is the account that it puts money into. I started off with, there was about 0.3 ether in there. So actually there was 0.35 ether, about around that. And this is 1 month of running the yield farm bot. And I have my bot set for every 7 days it deposits the interest into my account. And this is 1 month. It has changed my life. So I'm going to put a link to the GitHub where I found the code. I'm going to explain exactly how to set it up. The first time I kind of didn't do it right and it wasn't working correctly. I've perfected the process and this is working great now. So the first step, you want to make sure, of course, you have the MetaMask extension installed or you can't really do anything. And you want to make sure you go to metamask.io and make sure that's in the browser, because there's been a lot of fake MetaMask websites. So make sure I'll put all the links to everything in the browser, the correct links. And then you want to go to remix.ethereum.org. You're going to come to this page. First things here, little file explorer. You're going to go over to this little guy here, and it's going to create a new file. I'm going to call this yieldfarm.sol. Make sure it ends in .sol. And I'm going to post this code. Actually, I'm going to post the GitHub link in the description to get this yield bot code. Now, I noticed in this editor, I can't, when I go over here and try to paste, it won't let me. I have to actually do a Control V to paste. It took me a little bit to figure out, like, why can't I paste in here? And I just did Control V and it pasted in. So the first little thing, the developer of this wrote something here, and for a while I'm like, oh, I don't understand what this means, but now I understand exactly what it means. So you're going to set what's called set level, your risk between 1 and 10. 1 being the safest, 10 being the most riskiest, but most profitable. So I have mine set to 5, and it's been amazing. I mean, from going from 0.35 to I now have 4.23. It's been amazing. And then, so next thing you want to do is set the payout to the number of days. The less frequent, the more you save on gas fees. So I have mine set to 7. So every 7 days it pays out the interest to whatever account you launch this contract with. So I've launched it with my account, which I'll show you how in a second. So we got this in here, so we're going to go to deploy, and this is important right here, the compiler, and you want to change this to 5, because you'll see the number right up here, 0517. 0517 right there. And you can go to compile. And if everything works, there should be a little, a green check mark there. It makes everything compile correctly. So then you can go deploy and run. Now, environment, you're going to switch the environment to inject Web3. And you should see your address up there now. And now your address is locked in there. If you haven't ever been to the remix.ethereum.org, it'll pop up and ask you to give permission to your MetaMask if it's your first time. And then you can go down to here. It's going to say deploy. You're going to click on this little arrow guy here. That's going to drop down. It's going to say set level. This is where you're going to set this level here. This is where I messed up on the very first time of launching this. I set it inside here, and that's what it didn't work correctly. So you want to set it right here, set level. I have mine set to 5, but if you want to go riskier, you can set yours to 10 if you want to. But 5 seems to work really good for me. I haven't tested it on different levels yet, but 5 has been amazing. Set payout, I have mine set for 7 days. So in the number of days, so every 7 days from the launch of this contract, it will pay out interest to your account. So transact, we're going to go transact. And this is going to contract deployment. We're going to deploy the contract. There. Now we have, it's confirmed, transaction confirmed. So now down here we should have, okay, there's our contract right here, deployed contracts. And you're going to have a little, now what we have to do, we have to put the money that we're going to put in the yield farm inside our contract. So we're going to get copy, this little thing here, copies it, the address. You're basically just copying the address of the contract. And go to send, paste, Control V, or this one might actually, let's try to see if we can paste. Yes, okay, so you can actually paste in there, just not in this editor you can't. So I'm going to put in, so this is whatever you want to start with for your bot to start. I originally started with 0.3 Ethereum, 0.3. But you can start with whatever you want. I mean, I don't think there's any kind of limit on what you can and cannot do on it. So we're going to go to next. Okay, send 1 Ethereum over. And once that gets into your contract, okay, it is confirmed, and you can see it took it out of my account there. So then we're going to go to action. And now this actually activates the contract. The contract has funds in there, so now we'll start doing the yield farms and switching between yield farm and yield farm to get the best interest. Something that most people who yield farm will sit up for all day long trying to switch between yield farms. This does it automatically, so I don't have to even do anything. So confirm that. Transaction confirmed. So now our yield farm is actually, our yield farm bot is actually running now, and within 7 days we're going to start getting deposits from interest from the contract we just launched. And please come back, rate this video, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'll help you make more money with crypto. Thank you.